just down here testing some boards today. So we've got the Mackie Fish. Surfs are kind of like shoulder high, and this thing's been going really, really well. Super fun, like really, really fast. It's very, like really unusual shape, but it kind of feels a lot more normal than you'd expect. Loads of like drive for your turns, loads of bite, and kind of like when you really connect with one, it feels really good. Welcome to Down the Line. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Mackie Side Cut Fish. So obviously this is a very unusual shape. You're not going to see too many surfboards that look like this. The side cut designs are something that Michael Mackie has been working on for kind of like over 20 years now. And they give this board a really unique feeling. It really is just something completely different to what you'd expect. The side cut design is basically designed to give you more bite and control. It allows you to have more rail in the water and allows you to kind of harness the full arc of your turn. It's a lot of the design concepts are kind of similar to snowboard designs as well. And yeah, kind of Michael Mackie has been at the forefront of this for forever really, and he's kind of really gotten onto something. These things feel insane to surf. They really give you a completely unique feeling. They actually, weirdly, having said that though, although it does feel completely unique and feels real different to anything else I've ever ridden, I would say before I surfed this board, having looked at it, I kind of thought it was going to feel more weird than it does. It kind of, it turns a lot more normally than I expected, and it actually kind of performs gives you a more similar feeling and a similar level of performance to other fishes that I've surfed, but it's also just got something really unique about it. Loads of drive, loads of speed, and it's a really exciting board to surf. So looking at the board, it's got quite a lot of rocker, a lot of thickness under your chest, and the rails are super refined, really, really nice sharp rails, especially towards the tail there. Surfing this board, it paddles incredibly well. It's really wide up in the front before you get this deep side cut here, and having all that thickness, all that foam under your chest just means they paddle into waves really, really well. As soon as you're up and riding, it feels kind of like it wants to generate a lot of speed off your front foot, and as soon as you kind of get this board on a rail, you just get heaps of drive, heaps of bite. It's got a lot more control than your kind of standard, more traditional classic fish shape. I think the extra rocker in the board as well makes it feel really lively in the pocket. It really wants to turn, and it feels really reliable, kind of dropping down into a steep section, or when you hit the lip and you want to come down into a steeper pocket or something. It feels really, really good. I wouldn't say it's the most forgiving board out there. Like you've definitely got to be on your game. You've got to work the board and make it want to go for you. You know, you can't kind of just sit back and let it do its thing. I find a lot of keel fin fish, perhaps because they're generally a lot flatter and a lot straighter rail, will generate their own speed. This board I really felt like I had to kind of make it work, but as soon as you do, the acceleration is unbelievable. Definitely one of the fastest kind of boards I've surfed recently for sure. Just feels really, really lively under your feet and really manoeuvrable. And yeah, I kind of really enjoyed surfing this thing. When it comes to fins, I was using the Dave Rastovich Futures keel fin. This is the old colourway, but the new colourway, same fin, and it's going to work really well in this board too. These fins go great in the Mackie Side Cut Fish. When we were over in Australia, speaking to Michael Mackie, he recommended this fin. It's quite a unique fin. It's got its own kind of concave, and they can be quite fussy fins at times. I find they don't always work that great in every fish kind of on the market. I have tried K2s in this board as well, but for me it was a Rasta Keels. I just felt a bit lively and just felt a little bit better. But K2s work really well in this board as well. So yeah, the Mackie Fish, something completely different. Definitely not your everyday fish, and you really do not see many boards like this. Feels super lively under your feet, loads of fun to surf. I'd highly recommend one. If you've got any questions on the board, feel free to drop us a message or pick up the phone, give us a call at the shop anytime.